I don't remember how we started.
In the night, something. What's that song go? How's that song go? What's that?
Nobody knows what you're talking about.
You sing it, and then you make us answer all
You
your
sing
questions.
one line in the middle of something.
Welcome to the Repleekables 2000.
Do you notice you dance the same way to every theme song? Oh, wow.
There
I
we
take it
go.
back now.
Yeah.
Now you turn into a crab.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Repleekables 2000. We're talking about The Way of the Gun.
Yes, we are.
A movie that I thought would be a lot better than it ended up being.
So did I.
I tried to get the song a little quieter. I was like, I'll put it down one more. That's off.
Oh, nice. Yeah, so Way of the Gun. It came out September 8th, 2000. So we're like clear for the 2000. Like, no.
There's no question whether it's not. I kind of wish this was like a 2001 movie or 1999, so then we'd have to watch it.
It's definitely like the second worst movie I think we've watched.
See, and it's weird because it was more boring than it was like actually bad.
Yeah, I agree.
Because there was some good parts in it.
Yeah, it wasn't like the full movie. So, it's written and directed by Christopher McQuarrie. He wrote.
You said he did Usual Suspects?
He did Usual Suspects, Edge of Tomorrow, and.
Oh, he did Edge of Tomorrow?
And Mission Impossible, Fallout, and what's the other one?
I can't read your handwriting. It looks like a bunch of scribbles down there to me.
Rogue Nation.
Oh, is that the one that you saw? The Mission Impossible?
Oh, I did.
But
It's
you
bad.
hated it, right?
Was it as boring as this?
No, it's a different bad.
Yeah.
Is it like an entertaining bad at least?
Yeah.
But you're in the minority for that stuff, I think, because people love Mission Impossible.
Yeah, that one. I mean, people love those movies, but that one specifically, people loved.
I think that's the one I saw. I don't know if that's the one I saw. That came out while I was in London then.
I think it was 2015.
That one's cringy. That's why that one's bad.
Oh, it might not be the one you saw.
Certain lines made me like cry laughing.
So its IMDb rating is actually 6.7, which I thought was a little higher than I expected.
Yeah, me too. So do you? Because I said that, which I don't understand how this came into my head whatsoever. We were watching it, and I was like, I don't know why. This kind of reminds me of Butch Cassidy and Sundance Kid. I wonder if it's going to lead to that and have an ending just like that. And then I was just looking through the trivia, and I was like, holy shit, Taylor, it ends in the same exact place as Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. And then it ends exactly like that. And I was like, wow, I don't know how I thought of that, but as we were watching it, I thought that.
Yeah, I got annoyed by that.
Because I ruined the movie for us. But it was like 10 minutes in. Maybe not even 10
Do
minutes
you know
in.
Butch Cassidy and Sundance Kid?
I showed her afterwards.
No, but he told me what happens.
Oh.
So like him saying that, I wouldn't have even got it.
Yeah.
And then he explained it.
So if I wouldn't have taken you to see that in the theaters at one time.
This would have maybe been an interesting movie to me.
Yeah. I didn't remember it. So I remembered parts of it, but only the Sarah Silverman part, I guess, because the rest of it...
You mean this part?
Cut off your cock and mail it to your mother, you fucking faggot.
Yeah, that part.
You like to ass fuck?
She went off on him.
My favorite line in that part, though, is...
Shut that cunt's mouth or I'll come over there and start her head.
Yeah.
I do like that part of them fighting, because it's just so weird being an opening of a movie.
Yeah.
So, before we get into any trivia or anything, one of the best starts to a movie.
Yeah, definitely. Is you're like, oh, this is interesting, because that's weird.
Because the dialogue's great. And
because you're watching this, you're like, oh, that's Sarah Silverman. Oh, wow, she's really going off. Oh, she got punched in the face.
Yeah, like...
Because you're like, what the heck?
As you know, that's 20 years ago, so Sarah Silverman wasn't what Sarah Silverman is now, obviously.
Oh, really? Not even, like...
There's no Jesus' magic or nothing in it.
Oh, wow. I didn't think about that. That she wouldn't even...
So, but... then it's the story is just not there.
Yeah.
And then at the end, there's some cool gunfights and some little twists and stuff that were... But the whole middle, I was just like... God, I remember this movie being so much better.
The opening is cool, and then even like their chase scene, because it's like so weird that's entertaining after that.
Yeah.
Like once they first get the pregnant chick. But then there's like an hour and a half of nothing happening. And then the ending's kind of interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, it was like a not a full movie.
But I told Taylor I felt like they just wanted to do another Butch Cassidy and Sundance Kid kind of ending. So and that's why they made the movie. It felt that way to me.
I don't think I would have got the Butch Cassidy and Sundance Kid thing going on, which is weird because I know I've seen it more than you have.
I've only seen it once,
Yeah.
which is really weird about
Which,
that.
by the way, we went and saw that in the theaters.
Oh, yeah.
And that movie is fucking awesome in the
Yeah,
theaters.
I didn't want to see it at all. He was making me, let's go with Mima, she'll enjoy it, you'll probably like it a bit. And I was like, all right. And by the end, I was like, wow, that was actually really cool.
Like, that was like the first movie where, they talk about cinematography. And I was like, and also we're watching, I'm like, whoa, look at the fucking mountains. And like, it was just like all this, and it was just because it was on the big screen, it was just so much better than watching it on TV. It's not the same now, because now the TVs are wider and
Yeah.
makes more sense.
The
But
annoying part, though, was seeing it because it was at Mima's AMC. So we're in the top row,
We had
and
that
you
on
have
top.
that fucking plexiglass in front of you on the railing. So there's glass in the middle of the screen. I hate that. And I know it's because
You're the only person that would remember that.
some fucking idiot was
No, I
probably
remember
You
standing
remember
there
that?
Yeah.
and probably tripped over and fell. So now they have to make it a little taller, and they put glass so you could see through it, I bet. But just don't be stupid.
It always fades away to me.
I might remember it because he bitched about it.
When we saw the lighthouse, I sat weird in my chair because I was like, I'm not having the same situation. I'm not having the glass in the front of the screen because that's how I'll always remember this movie. But then the guy has sex with a mermaid, and you're like, well, maybe the glass isn't what I'll remember.
Is that a sequel to, totally forgot the name of the movie.
So then probably not.
Fish Called Wanda? No.
No.
What's the one that won the Academy Award 2 years ago?
Oh, I almost,
Eventually.
Don't worry, I got it. The Shape of Water.
The Shape of Water. Here, let's cut that real quick. Ask me again. Oh, it's the Shape of Water.
Is
Nick.
that a sequel?
That's the movie you're looking for. No, it's not a sequel to that.
Is it the same universe where they fuck fish?
Nah.
It would make that movie a little more interesting if it was in that universe.
So this movie had a budget of $8.5 million,
But that doesn't seem that much for.
and it grossed
This
$6
kind of
million.
movie.
13 worldwide.
Oh wow! So
So it didn't do it.
this did shitty.
Yeah, so I don't know what I remembered. Like I was thinking,
Yeah, I don't need.
I remember thinking, oh, I like this movie. It's all like different and cool, and it was none of that.
It had a lot of potential to be really good.
I know, that's what kind of annoys
'Cause
me about it, is it could have been, like,
Because
really good.
it has so many good actors in it.
Yeah, and like it's
I told Taylor I would really like to see a movie with Ryan Felipe and Benicio del Toro like before this movie of them doing a
Yeah.
mission because clearly they were good then. Or even like what was weird too is like they get that scene and they have the guy hanging there on those fucking wires and he keeps going no. But like, and then they like he's like I'm gonna pour gasoline on your eyes so you can't fall asleep. And then I'm gonna rip your toenails off and all this stuff. And then they just don't show any of that. They just cut to them already getting the information and going to the place. I'm like, what? You got to an interesting part. Come on.
I didn't
Yeah.
want to see that.
Oh, but like it's weird that they just said he's saying all this stuff, and then they just, oh no, he gave him the information. You just don't get to see the guy get tortured.
Right.
It's just a little weird.
It was a little weird. I mean, I'm glad we watched. Like, I probably would have never watched it again.
Yeah, I would have never seen this if you didn't bring it up.
I've watched the Sarah Silverman scene
I've seen that.
probably 100 times.
Yeah, and you made me go out there, and I was like, wow, that's weird seeing her in this, and then I
Yeah.
walked away.
Yeah.
Maybe if you would have told me, where's the stones, and Ryan Felipe was in this, I would have watched it.
I did think some of the dialogue in the beginning was gonna come up.
Oh, like
It's been
You like to ass fuck?
No,
finger slip.
But like the fact that they like did keep talking
Yeah,
about
the whole
fags
first
and
20
faggots.
minutes was like faggot, 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 faggot.
Yeah, it was
faggot.
a little
and,
uncomfortable.
and you're like,
I thought that was gonna
where's this going?
tie up in some way, but it just happened.
Like Eddie Murphy was in a leather suit going, Jesus.
Yeah, it was a bit. You know what's my favorite sound I got from the movie? It's the last fight. He jumps into that little like fountain thing.
That was fucked
breaks
up.
all the bottles, and it just
Yeah.
cuts open his arm.
Now, the good thing about the fight scenes, I didn't remember any of it. Not a fucking thing. I didn't remember when he jumped into that. I was like, oh, and it was nasty. The glass was hanging out of his arm. That was cool.
I'll give the movie credit for that. All the shootouts were pretty neat.
Yeah, I read that Christopher McQuarrie's brother like helped with that, and he's like a Navy SEAL.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah.
It seemed. I really like all the creative ways they reloaded in those scenes too. That was kind of cool.
Except for the last part, and I heard they didn't reload purposely on that just to make it like a shootout movie. Like remember the guy that they like shot 1,000,000 times,
Yeah.
and then he like stepped away because it was time to reload, and then they just shot him 1,000,000 more times. That was the part I think.
Yeah, because I was gonna say I read that like for most of the movie they had it like every shot was like specific to the gun to where it was like realistic with that.
I also read that the machine gun that Benicio del Toro had was like a Galil, and I was like, oh, it's like Call of Duty.
Oh wow.
Did you guys catch the name of Sarah Silverman's boyfriend in the credits?
No.
No.
What is it?
It was just P. Period. Whipped.
Oh wow.
Oh, that's
That
funny.
was pretty. See, that's clever. So make the rest of the movie like
yeah.
Is it because she said?
He's gonna fuck you in the ass. How do you like that? He's not even gay, but he'll do it.
I did really like that line. And
It
he's
sounds like something
he's
you would say.
He's like, no, yeah, I will do it, and goes off on.
You say something, you're like, oh, that doesn't sound right. He's not even gay, but he'll do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. What else I got here? Did we say this? Ryan Felipe punched Sarah Silverman in the opening scene on accident.
That is insane. He
That is
knocked her
crazy.
out,
Yeah.
and then was crying over her. Felt so bad.
After he's like, you got knocked the fuck out. No, not really.
Is there a blooper anywhere you can actually see that? Of her getting knocked out from him?
I mean, I have the DVD. I doubt it. I doubt they put that
Because
on
I'll slip it in right here if I find it. But that'd be kind of interesting to see.
I bet they wouldn't put that out because that
Yeah.
would make him look real bad.
So you'll like this part. Maybe you read this. The names of the main characters, Parker and Longbaugh,
Mm-hmm.
are the real last names of Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid.
Oh.
oh my God, Gerard.
Wow. So I just knew this movie up and down for
Yeah.
literally no reason at all.
And the final scene was filmed in the same location
Yeah.
as the final
I
scene.
showed Taylor just like the opening of the YouTube clip. I showed her that. She's like, "Oh, yeah, this is totally the same place."
Yeah, it looked the exact same.
I have nothing to justify why I thought that.
What's funny is in Butch Cassidy, I think, do they go to Chile or Argentina? They go to South America.
Mhm.
Bolivia. They go to Bolivia.
Oh.
So, like, it's not Mexico. But
Yeah.
obviously it was Mexico.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's, I literally, I don't know what it was. Just watching it, I
Or
saw those. It's
California,
just two
maybe.
guys together, and I was like, oh, they're bad guys, and they're like killing people, so that. And I don't know why it just popped in my head. Oh, it seems like it'll be that way.
Don't you think they come across as stupid in the beginning, but then they're not stupid? They're actually smart, but then they're
a little bit in some like ways throughout the movie. It seems that way.
Yeah,
me and Taylor are also very confused throughout a lot of the movie.
oh, because you guys are like
Of just like, because I feel like they like have conversations, but half the conversation is in their head and their eyes to each other, and we'd be like, why are they doing that? And then you just wouldn't know. Like we looked it up like in the car chase scene when the cops are doing the thing and they're walking with their feet down the hallway or down that little alleyway and all that. It's because Benicio del Toro saw it on Cops and told the writers to put that in.
I
so
read that too.
Yeah,
or like there's
there
a lot of stuff that they just randomly do like that with no explanation.
Yeah, like there was a lot of little things in the action scenes that I was like, I feel dumb because I don't know why they're doing it in that way.
Yeah.
Like I didn't know why they were doing that because I was like, you're right behind them, they see you. Why are you being quiet?
I did like, and it makes sense, the Navy SEAL guy.
The part where they would go.
He's like, moving. He's like,
Yeah.
goes behind the guy, and the guy's like,
That was really
moving,
cool.
and then he goes back too. I wish there was a lot more scenes of them like that instead of the last, or like the middle of the movie is just hanging out at a hotel, Holiday Inn. We at the motel.
Yeah, I agree. I was disappointed watching this because I had high hopes, but it just didn't.
I wish you could have saw my face when we were watching it in here, and we were like, all right, we'll pause it real quick because we were debating on if we're going to finish the whole movie at night or not, and we paused it, and I was like, there's an hour and a half left.
Oh, really?
I literally felt the movie was wrapping up. It was right after they have that meeting with the dude from The Godfather.
James Caan.
I always want to call him Scott Caan, but that's his son.
That's his son. Yeah.
Right after that meeting and so that, I was like, okay, clearly this is wrap. No, we have so much more to go.
Yeah. All right. So we can get into the categories then.
Okay.
Repleekable or restinkable?
Oh, I wish I had I was gonna make a button for repleekable or restinkable. Instead, I'll just do this.
Come back!
Jesus. That means it's a restinkable?
I think this is a restink. I wouldn't watch this again. I'd maybe watch, if anything, I'd watch like a scene if it was like on YouTube or something.
Definitely, there's definitely scenes that I would watch.
Mhm.
Although I have to admit, I didn't have a lot of scenes written down.
Yeah. So let me ask you this. This would be the real kicker. Would you rather watch this?
This. Don't even say Blair Witch. It's not even close. It's not even the same hemisphere.
You like to ass fuck?
That's
I'd
what
rather
I
do
was
that.
gonna ask you. Well, we get on the podcast.
So
right now.
here's the funny thing is, so we didn't have the repleekable, restinkable thing when we did Dude, Where's My Car? But Dude, Where's My Car
would have been a
be-
repleekable. We've
So-
repleeked that a couple times.
So that's rating was 5.5 on IMDb. This is 6.7. So obviously the rating doesn't really
Yeah,
need as much.
whoever rated the movies maybe needs to get a reality check.
It's everybody. You can go rate it. You just sign in.
Oh, I'm gonna now.
Why would you give it out of 10?
This I'd give this a 6 out of 10.
So it's not that
Oh.
far off.
Yeah.
Think about
But Dude, Where's My Car? I'd give like an 8.
Oh.
That's ridiculous. It's a good movie. You can't give it an 8.
I could do whatever I want.
Peppermint dick!
See?
No, you got to stick with this movie. That's your rules.
No, I can do this too.
Hey Nick, what's
Oh.
your favorite scene?
I didn't. That's a little premature. That.
Actually, it's next.
Oh, okay. So.
Hey Nick, what's your favorite scene?
Wow. So, I think hands down, it's the Sarah Silverman scene.
Mine's gonna actually be the end shootout. I really enjoyed. That was the only part that I was like, oh, I'm into this.
And I was thinking about this as I was listening to a very similar podcast.
What's that podcast called? If you wanna.
They copied us. They call it like the Rewatchables.
Yeah, it's weird.
So, but it's these are like nominations. So if you have something else in mind, please feel free to be like, no, fuck you, do this.
Okay.
But, so Sarah Silverman is mine probably. So that's the opening scene. I have the shootout with the cops at the hotel.
The cops at the hotel. I liked that, but I still think the end one's a lot better. His sniping, I did like him sniping and like Ryan Felipe scouting out the people though. That was really interesting.
Yeah, I thought that was cool too. And it was like a group of people. The cops show up, and then James Caan's there, and they're like,
I do think this movie, as pointed out, I've played a little too much Warzone.
"Why did you want to like?"
Every time he'd like, why aren't they just pinging the guys like that?
Oh my god!
Or like when they're shooting people at the end, I'm like, oh yeah, that's a good sign.
Well, he did shoot Nicky Cott, and he fell down, and then he didn't die.
Yeah, he was in the last stand out there.
Yeah. And then I have the gunfight at the brothel.
At the brothel.
Brothel?
Is that
Brothel?
oh yeah, the place is a brothel. I didn't even think about that.
That was funny when Ryan Felipe walked in, and they just all sat there, and he goes, and then they all left.
I like because he did that, and then earlier when they first get the pregnant chick,
Juliette Lewis.
yeah, they're holding the guns there, and they go, he's like, hello, we have our guns out. That means get the fuck out. And then everybody
Yeah.
gets up.
Yeah. But now, do you think... so there was two gunfights. There was the gunfight before they went to Juliette Lewis, and then they fight Taye Diggs, and then the doctor kills Taye Diggs.
Oh yeah,
And then there's the second part. Or do you think
so
that's
do
one full scene?
I was considering all that as one full scene. It's like a full scene, and there's like a little beat in the middle where like it gets back to kind of Barbie movie, then it goes back to being cool again.
I mean, she was having him in the C-section, like a wink.
Yeah, I don't need to see all that.
Apparently needed Benicio del Toro.
Can
Yeah.
you answer me this question though? Were
Maybe.
they just freaking out because of her bloody like belly and shit like that? Because every time someone walked in the room, they were like,
Well, let me ask you this. Settle down.
they did it forever,
They did do it for a really long time.
and the camera it would even cut to a different angle, and then being like,
Did you think about what was happening?
yeah, I was watching the movie.
So, there's
Everybody
a
walked
lady...
in and was like,
because there's a lady having a baby.
Mm-hmm.
what'd they expect? They went to the place.
Settle down. There's a dead dude on the left side, a dead dude on the right side that just got murdered by both of them.
But they were in there when the guy got murdered. They
Yeah.
saw him go, and all the blood go down his neck.
And then the lady having a baby, the baby's not coming out of her vagina. They're doing surgery on her. They
Mhm.
cut her stomach open.
Well, I guess they didn't hear the conversation. We need to have a C-section.
Yeah, so they just look down and they fucking... Because you know what I thought
And
as I'm watching it?
But also the doctor was like,
Well, because he just killed someone. He was freaking out.
he's the one that did it. Fucking think about your... If you can't hang with the big boys, go back to the playpen.
For all that they were doing,
He's been
it
waiting
did
to say
feel
that.
like the reactions were just a beat too long.
And also...
I thought the baby was just dead. on
I
the
actually
set or
forgot
something.
that the baby makes it and thought it was dead too, because I'm like, well, it's not fucking crying.
Yeah, that's what
But
Tim
then-
said,
Never-
yeah.
But why would it cry if it's in the stomach?
No, but the stomach was open. They were getting it out.
I know, and she was like, "How's my baby?"
Yeah, and then he's like, how's the baby, doc? How's the baby,
It
doc?
never cries. I was like, but if you're
What?
fucking grabbing her by the back of the head, if you're throwing her around, she's in shootouts. I was like, this baby is not gonna be
Yeah,
okay.
we were saying
This
that,
is
like, the
not
whole
gonna be
It wasn't.
okay. It never cried, so the baby was.
Well, it's probably deaf.
The whole...
Yeah, true.
Every time they grab her, Taylor just kept going...
But they really did mess with her too much, and I was like, do you guys not get if you really hurt her, then
Yeah.
that baby's not gonna. It's not gonna work out.
See, now here's the interesting thing. So your favorite scene's the shootout.
Mhm.
Mine's Sarah Silverman. What's yours? Because you don't really like guns or Sarah Silverman's mouth in this movie.
Well, okay, I do like some gun stuff.
Oh, you do?
If it's like if it's really well choreographed, then I won't mind it.
Yeah.
Like John Wick.
Haven't
hasn't-
seen
she
it,
hasn't
but
seen
that
John
doesn't
Wick.
look bad to me. Those scenes don't look bad to me.
Fuck, I
Mm.
hope not.
But I do hate when you get confused. in them, like when there's too much chaos and like
Yeah, like a Transformers movie, you have no clue what's going on.
But I think I think the Sarah Silverman is actually my favorite.
Oh, okay.
But
Kind of surprises me.
another scene that I liked that you guys didn't mention is, for some reason, I did like when she shotgunned.
Oh, I did like that scene too. When
I was actually thinking about that when you were talking about her. I go, she wasn't. Oh, she wasn't a
Yeah,
shootout.
like when they were their conversation and stuff like that.
Yeah, and then when he puts him back and he can see that the jacket's on the window.
Yeah, so did he?
I kind of liked that.
Did he leave?
Or when he peekabooed.
Was he doing that all as a test to see if she would grab the shotgun? Because he's like, "Oh, I left my jacket in there," and then pushed him out of the way before she shot it. Or did he just like, oh shit, she could be shooting him? Like what was going on there?
I think he just had a sixth sense that she was going to shoot.
Because
Yeah.
you could see his jacket hanging on the car, and later they specifically show him grab it and all that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So why did he send Ryan Felipe in there then?
Because I think he was feeling guilty.
Yeah.
He was talking about like all that God stuff.
Mhm.
So I think he felt guilty about what was going on. And so I think he sent him in. And then like when she shot out, kind of to show him that
Oh,
she
so
doesn't really care about
to him, in his head, he's like, okay, well, I'll prove him that he doesn't need to feel guilty.
Yeah.
Well, go get my jacket and then push him out of the way as she shot.
Yeah, so I think that it really like sunk into him,
So
and then he's the one
do you
looking
think
at the jacket.
Benicio del Toro then is Spider-Man, and his spider senses were tingling right there.
Yeah.
And he heard,
No, he's the
he heard
collector.
her go.
You know, this
Get
is
the
the
shotgun
second
out?
Benicio del Toro movie we've done.
I said that to Taylor while we were watching it, and
He-
unfortunately, I accidentally deleted the "Where's the Stones?" But
he leads the league in Repleekables.
yeah, is there anybody else that's been in more than one movie we
I
watched on here?
Don't think so.
Is he the only one?
I think he's the only one so
Is
far.
he in Dracula 2000?
I don't know.
That's unfortunate.
All right, so your best scene in the show. I like that you picked something else.
Yeah, well,
I don't. I wish you agreed
yeah.
with me.
Well,
You
so it's
goddamn.
Come back!
Jesus. Just kick him.
Kick me, please.
it's really hard to see. Don't grab my paw.
All right, so you want to do best quote?
Sure.
He's gonna fuck you in the ass! How do you like that? He's not even gay, but he'll do it.
That's hands down the best quote of the movie.
Actually, I put, "Hey, fuck suck. Get your slippery fucking ass off our car."
I have that whole scene on here, and I was like, I can't get every clip of what she's saying.
I just kind of picked that one because when she, like, who says, "Hey, fuck suck"?
Yeah, unfortunately, I either have to make a new soundboard on here or delete some because I filled up the entire keys with buttons.
I don't know. That's your problem.
So I'll have to get rid of some or whatever.
Get rid of all the fucking Breaking Bad ones.
No, I have sections, like I have Repleekables on here, so I have to make a new folder.
Okay. The other one is the Ryan Felipe one.
Oh, the...
I'm gonna fucking cut.
Shut that cunt's mouth or I'll come over there and fuck start her head.
Yeah.
Let's get... then,
You like to ass fuck?
I was gonna get her saying, "You fuck babies, you fuck little baby heads," but I thought that might be a little much.
And so then you just said it instead.
Yeah. So now people can clip me saying it.
The other one I put in there was James Caan at one point said, "Karma's justice without the satisfaction."
Oh, yeah. There's a lot of good quotes from them, but I was like, I only get funny clips.
Well, and the thing is, too, I gotta admit this, too. We watched this on Amazon Prime.
Can you... why, when you look up the movie, they first pop you up the one... Well, I know, probably for money. It's a stupid question. But they
Okay.
pop up the one
He's answering his own
with
shit.
ads in it, and then you gotta go next to it to get the one with...
I didn't have to. I just put it
Prime.
on recently watched because you guys had already watched it.
Yeah, then you finish the fucking movie, and it took me 20 minutes looking that up.
That was his fault entirely.
I kept fucking up, but it was being weird, too.
What I was gonna say, so I've been watching every movie we've watched except for maybe Dude, Where's My Car? But maybe even that I watch with subtitles so I can get the quotes, so I can hear exactly what they say, just because we're doing this. So I thought I should do it. You can't get subtitles. It said it wasn't offered for this.
Oh, that's rude.
And did you think like the quality was bad?
It just seemed old to me.
Okay.
Like, it seemed like it hasn't been updated, really.
Yeah,
They just
that's
got
what
it-
I meant.
Got it copied on
Yeah.
there, probably from just a DVD and streamed it.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it didn't look the
I
best.
didn't notice that, but now that you guys are saying that, it wasn't like spectacular looking for sure.
I think I'm gonna go with Ryan Felipe for the best quote, even though Sarah Silverman has the best scene,
It is...
in my opinion.
It's just so weird that she's in this to me. Like, it's just the opening of the movie with that, and then, like, is that scene just to show, oh, these are bad guys?
Yeah, I think so.
Pretty much. Okay, that's
He
what I
punches
figured.
a girl, and then they just fight the whole crowd.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess maybe that's like foreshadowing too.
You know what it reminded me of is the part where they're inside the sperm bank in the beginning because that's how they need money.
Yeah.
But if that guy wasn't there, this would have been a way different movie. It'd have been them like jerking off into cups and stuff.
Correct.
And I'd barely see that.
I
movie.
almost put it in the thing where he's like, you get $25 for blood and $1,000 for cum or something like that.
We almost got to see a really big
Comeback!
but we didn't get it. But they're there, and it reminded me of Jane Silent Bob reboot / I believe Fletch. When they're there and the guy's like giving all the information, he's like, yeah, and it's Stephen blah 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 in the phone book. Look it up, and giving all the information. So he's like, oh, I'll just go to the phone book. And then he calls the guy, and then the whole movie's set off because of that. But it was like so very lucky and specific wording right there that it reminded me of those two scenes when like they're getting the credit card information. It was like,
oh, you're talking about the Underhills.
Yeah, Ted Underhill.
Yeah.
And you could get all this shit. It reminded me so much of that because it was.
They
just
need
so
to remake Fletch.
They almost made another one with Kevin Smith a bit ago.
A long time ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In a galaxy far, far away.
Maybe.
That was
It's
around
going to be
the time-
Jason Lee.
That was around the time they were gonna do Beetlejuice 2. Beetlejuice Goes to Hawaii or whatever, or Hollywood with.
Well, there's a
Oh
bunch
my
of Fletch
God.
books. I've read a lot of them.
Oh really?
Yeah, they're good. They're funny.
I was telling Taylor because I told her about how it reminds me of that, and there's extended scenes from that. Like it keeps going on and on and on and on. And Jay's not about a reboot where Jay would be like, "Oh, we don't have his PIN number," and then he'd say that, be like, "Oh, we don't have his mother's maiden name," and then somehow that would come up too.
Really?
Mhm.
That's pretty funny.
I guess if you pay for Ralph Garman show on Patreon, Kevin Smith edited like a really really long scene of it to put on there for him.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
All right, who's had the best career since this movie came out?
I think hands down Benicio del Toro.
Yeah, it's the only one I wrote down.
He's in all kinds of Marvel movies. He's in
He's in everything. He's in
is it Sicario?
Sicario.
Both Sicarios. He's in some Snatch because that's it's same year.
Same year.
Wow, I didn't realize that. We
Yeah, you did, 'cause
We
we
just
literally
talked
just
about
talked
that, but
about it.
in my head that didn't make sense. But he's in so much shit. Star Wars.
Yeah, he's in a ton of shit. I mean, James Caan, you might argue he's had a better career than...
But I think that's overall since this movie though.
No, yeah, that's what I mean. It's since, so...
What year did Bulletproof come out? Because
I do not know. I think 96, but I made
Oh, that's
that
younger than this.
older. That's the way dates work.
What? If this movie came out in 2000 and that's 96.
If I was born in 2000, am I older or younger than someone born in 19?
Oh.
Yeah.
I just meant the I get. I see in my head younger meant earlier.
No, we got it. Yeah. we watched your we watched your little head turn.
You know what's funny
Elvira, I
that
got
I-
something you can suck the blood out of.
that I bet you guys are really gonna like?
Hmm.
I think the only person that I've seen in something after this movie would be
Is
Sarah
Bra-
Silverman.
Oh, and Ryan Felipe.
No, did that come out after?
When did Cool Intentions come out?
Before.
God damn it.
Yeah, I figured because he doesn't look nearly as young.
Pretty sure before. I think that's probably why he's in this.
Probably. I'll look.
Because
it
he
up.
looks older in this, but so like literally, I don't think I've seen any of them
Now,
in anything else.
Drum and I watched Shooter on the USA channel, and it got
Yeah,
canceled. And we liked it.
Cruel
Yeah.
Intentions came out in 1999, so it's just a year before. So he can't
Mhm.
look that much older.
No, he definitely got buffer too for this. I feel
Yeah.
like he does not look that. Buff.
Well, at any point, did you think, if this was Bob Lee Swagger, they would just win all this?
I did think that.
Yeah.
But I was thinking, I was like, oh, this is like his training for that.
Yeah,
A couple years early, he probably forgot a little bit of it.
Yeah. But I really loved Shooter, but I mean, I've read all the books. I like the movie's like one of my favorite movies
Do you
of all
think he's
time.
still upset because he got it canceled?
He didn't really get it canceled. He broke his leg before that.
But he broke his leg and then they stopped.
I mean,
shooting
it
for a
wrecked
bit,
it for
and
sure.
It didn't help.
But that's the only other thing I've seen him in. I follow him on Twitter because of that. That's interesting. Sarah Silverman has had a great career since, but I don't think it's better than Benicio del Toro's.
Yeah,
even
not-
though I like her better.
Not better than them, but still pretty good.
I
But
feel
yeah,
like they're different, very different.
yeah,
Yeah, hard to compare, but I mean
Yeah.
that's what we're doing.
Especially with acting, she's
Yeah.
definitely not.
yeah, that's true.
But see, I would throw stand up in there as acting, even though, cause you know what I mean.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion, though.
But then, like with stand up, you can't do nearly as many of movies.
Well, you can.
So it's like
you can if you're really good. She's really funny.
who could do that?
No, the people that do that, they usually they're not funny.
Yeah.
Like they're funny the one time. Okay, so for holy shit, that bitch is in this movie.
I'd say Sarah Silverman, but I've known that since I was like 6 years old. So
I didn't
not
put
surprising.
her in. I did put in Scott Wilson.
the guy that gets his head cut off in Walking Dead.
Yeah, he's the father.
Yeah.
Hail Chittick? Was it Chittick?
You keep saying that. I have no idea.
I don't know. It just sounded good.
I thought you were turning into a chicken.
And then
over there.
here's the good one. Jeffrey Lewis. He played Abner.
Is he Jeffrey Dahmer's dad?
No, but you're close.
Really?
So Jeffrey Lewis,
Like-
he's Abner. Do you remember Abner? He's the guy that bled out in the car and said, can I just be alone?
I like that scene
That
too.
was funny.
Because like
Oh.
he was trying to leave the car, and then he
Yeah,
kept
see,
talking to him, and he kept going on. He's like, "Hey, can I like I don't know if it's too much."
Maybe I
but
drank
can
a 40 when I watched this, and then I was like, oh, this. I don't remember all this boring stuff. I don't remember
Yeah.
the good part.
You probably had a couple of 40s.
It's been
So that guy's in Fletch Lives.
He
was in The Devil's Rejects. I figured you guys had seen that.
Oh, I have. I don't remember him that at all.
If you look at his IMDb, he's actually passed away, but he had been in like 233 things.
Wow.
He's like every TV show you can imagine. He's in a bunch of Clint Eastwood movies. But the kicker, he's Juliette Lewis's dad.
And how is that close to Jeffrey Dahmer?
Because you said he was someone's dad.
Oh, so just him being a father in general. Okay, I don't know.
Of the star of the girl having the baby.
Wait, what?
He's
the
the
dad
father of...
Oh, of that girl?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even click in my
That
head.
took quite some time to click.
I might be
Fucking retard.
today.
Maybe. Yeah, I read it, and it's like, even though James Caan plays her father, the guy that plays Abner is her actual father, and I was like, what? I never knew that. I had no idea.
That's interesting.
I had that in trivia, but I was like, I'll wait until I say, who the fuck is that bitch?
I read in the trivia, and I hope I'm not stepping on your toes here.
No,
with
we
the
already did trivia.
That there was going to be a scene where they actually survived the shooting.
Oh, yeah.
To make it not exactly like Butch Cassidy, because like, you kind of figure they all die in that.
Well, and I read in the commentary that they're just, they died from the gun wounds or something.
Yeah.
But it's like, well, obviously, they got shot 500 times.
Yeah.
When I was watching it, when they're shot at the end, I was like, they're still talking, and they're just laying there, and I'm like, so they do die, right?
Did part of you kind of hope they would get up and like get out of there with the money?
Yeah, totally. Even when he's
Yeah,
getting
me
shot
too.
as he's walking away.
Me and Taylor were like 100% agreed. This movie, it was already bad, but we wouldn't have cared not even a lick if it wasn't these actors in it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I could see that. Now, I do think Benicio del Toro blew Ryan Felipe out of the water in this movie.
Oh, I thought they were both really good.
I didn't think he was bad. I just think you can see that Benicio del Toro is a way better actor.
See, to me, it is Benicio del Toro being Benicio del Toro, and I was surprised, even though I've seen him doing that stuff, so I thought they were both good, but like...
I mean, that's just my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
But there's times where I question some things that he does, I guess. I don't know. It's just weird.
Well, you question his character or his acting decisions?
His acting decisions. I don't know. It's just he's just weird to me sometimes.
Did you question it when he...
No, that was good, actually. No, it's just, I don't know. Maybe I just like Benicio del Toro's character more, and I let it warp my mind, but...
Is it because you like to imagine that you'd be Benicio del Toro's character, and you're the wiser one, and tipping your
I
hat
don't
to
think
people?
What?
You know, he likes to tip his hat to people.
Was he wearing a hat?
No, he never wore one in the whole movie. But I like to imagine if he did have a hat in the movie, he would have tipped it to someone.
Coincidentally, the next category is Best Performance.
Oh, well...
You better not say Benicio del Toro, motherfucker.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Maybe him, but he's... I don't know. They're both really good actors.
But it's this movie. Like, who was better? So, I wrote down Benicio del Toro. I put James Caan because I thought he was pretty good.
He was really good, too.
I put Ryan Felipe, and I put Juliette Lewis. I didn't really think she was that great. But then when she started, like, screaming with the kid and stuff and asked about the baby, I mean, that had to be hard.
Yeah, and like when she gets paralyzed there and she's trying to talk to them but like can't get the words out.
Yeah, so I put her in. I don't think she deserves it necessarily, but...
Who do you think is the best actor?
Yeah, you pick first.
I don't know. I think I
Do you think it's P-whipped?
Yeah. That's it. I don't know. I think that the both. I don't want to say his name because I don't know if I can. Well,
Benicio del Toro.
Yeah, I think he was good, and Ryan Felipe. Like I don't know. I can't tell who was better to me.
Yeah, it's really hard for me.
So it's a tie for both of you?
I think it might be a tie. I think they were both really good.
Yeah, I really liked both of them. I don't think anybody in the movie is bad at all.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think.
What about the wife?
I can.
Oh, I take
Which,
that
by
back.
the way, I called Jerome out to the living room last night, and I said, this bitch has got the longest fingers I've ever seen in my life.
Show me a scene when she was rubbing the screen, and her pinky did look really long, but the rest didn't look that weird. But like, I would have never even paid any attention to that.
Her fingers were like this long.
Yeah, I didn't pay any attention to that, but he called me and he's like, what the fuck? He rewinded the movie a bunch just to find that part.
Funny.
It was like an alien put his hand up.
Yeah, I didn't like her parts at all.
Yeah, I didn't like her.
That part,
you know what I really didn't like? She kept fucking making out with Tay Diggs. And you see her little tongue whipping around of there, and she's like, I want a baby, and I want it to be yours.
Jerome did not like that scene at all the whole time it was happening.
Because then they get together and he's like...
Well, do you think anyone would have noticed if they had a baby together?
That's what I was like, you think your white old man husband isn't going to notice that you're going to have a black kid?
Yeah. Maybe he doesn't catch up on
and
things.
And then she's like, and then she's like... And just on the couch eating, throwing her crackers on the couch and shit. I was like, this bitch is fucking annoying. Get her out of this movie.
Were you surprised at any of this, like the reveals of, like, Juliette Lewis as James Gunn's daughter?
I honestly didn't even know that until you said that on the podcast.
Really?
Yeah.
You couldn't figure that out?
I thought he was just like a hitman dude hanging out there.
Like when he breaks in and he, like, looks? Like when she's having the baby and he's like, is there anything I can do to help?
Yeah, I thought he just cared for her. Did you know that was her dad watching the movie?
No.
Yeah, I didn't.
What about at the end when she's
I don't know the people's names, so like I'm like catching
the
up
guy
as you're talking.
The guy at the end that killed Benicio del Toro.
Yeah, no, I got that now, and I did not get that in the movie.
So at the end, when Ryan Felipe's like laying on the ground and she gets wheeled out and the baby's still not crying.
Yeah, I know, because it's dead.
So he's looking down with this like, oh shucks, I'm a grandpa now look.
See, I thought he was just happy that she's out alive. I thought
he was.
Yeah,
I thought because he strongly cared for her.
But then Ryan Felipe literally says, you can tell when someone's family. Oh, because the doctor says, they just say, it's our kid. Yeah. I'm the father. Mm-hmm. And he's like, really? Because, that means he fucked his daughter.
Yeah.
And then he...
Or at least just came in her.
But then Ryan Felipe says, you can tell it's family just by looking at him. And then they literally show her and then look at him.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
Yeah, I didn't even get that.
I thought they were talking about the dad.
Yeah, the dad of the baby.
I didn't get that. I thought they were being really weird, but I thought they were talking about the dad of the baby, and I was like, yeah, we got it.
Yeah, me too. I was like, they already told us that he's the dad. I don't get why you're explaining this again.
That's so funny.
Yeah,
that went right over my head.
That's kind of funny.
What were we talking about?
Best performance.
Best performance. Yeah, I honestly don't know if I can choose between...
I say Benicio del Toro.
Either one of them.
If I can't pick Sarah Silverman.
I mean, you can, because
it seems
like to ass fuck?
Seems kind of dumb to.
A little bit.
I just enjoyed it a lot. It's like one of the funniest scenes ever.
Which does say a lot, though.
Yeah, about the movie.
Well, what if she was just in that tiny scene, but she did give the most?
Yeah, that's true.
I think that's possible.
Yeah.
The most.
Give most.
I'll give you the most. It's definitely nobody's best performance ever.
Yeah, definitely not.
Thank God.
Ryan Felipe, best performance ever might be...
Maybe Tay Diggs' best performance ever.
You better be about to say Cruel Intentions.
I was gonna. No, I think his best performance is in Shooter. No, it's Cruel Intentions.
I liked him in Shooter. And I never really liked him that much.
Yeah, he used to hate him. He'd be on the forums, RyanFelipeIsLittleBitch.com.
Oh.
And every day he'd go on there and be like, this guy's a fucking...
bitch. That's not true. I didn't have anything against him. Mm-hmm. But, I don't know. I just never thought he was great.
I just always think of him in Cruel Intentions.
I've only seen him in a handful of things. But
I haven't seen Cruel Intentions since it came out and we had it on DVD, so it's probably been 20 years since I've seen it.
It's awesome.
Yeah, it's really good. I wish that was 2000 because I'd totally replick that. I'd replick the shit out of that.
Yeah, you would.
Yeah.
Could there be a sequel to this movie?
Not with those guys because they're dead.
Yeah.
That one kind of answers itself. And if it's about the girl and her baby, I'm not watching the sequel.
What if you say a prequel?
Does it have to be? A prequel to this, I've already told you I would definitely watch that.
That would be interesting. It'd be hard to do 20 years later.
No, it's not. They do that all the time now. It's all movies
they could do it on Netflix and age them?
What's that one with...
Scott Conn could play James Conn.
Oh, yeah.
Oh what's the one with Will Smith?
Oh,
Gemini Man?
Fuck.
Yeah, they could Gemini Man him.
No, they shouldn't. No one should ever Gemini Man.
Oh my God, I saw
ever.
It's called The Irishman,
so
then.
What?
The Irishman, them.
Yeah, but that was real bad because they're doing that to like 80-year-old men and then tell them, hey, and then don't even get stunned.
Yeah, but at least the movie was good.
I guess I haven't seen it. I've just seen,
I watched
I've
it.
just
It was
seen
good.
clips of the bad de-aging
I was thinking
parts.
The Gentleman, and I was like, what are you talking about?
Oh,
I was like, who got...
Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah.
Oh.
They made him a 12-year-old.
Oh, that'd be interesting.
That would be pretty cool.
So then next up is Dracula 2000.
Yeah, I'm actually excited to watch
Hey.
that. 'Cause
Really?
Even if I'm way more excited to watch that than this, because this is hard to do a podcast on a bad movie or a boring movie. I mean, that's what I hate doing ones like this. Like when you're watching, like this is boring. The podcast might be pretty shitty, but bad movies are so much easier. I feel like to discuss because you can make fun of it. There's all kinds of random shit you can do. There's cheesy dialogue.
True.
What if Dracula 2000 is just boring?
That's a possibility.
That's a possibility, but I feel like because it's horror, it's way more likely to just be like
Bad.
interesting.
But does it have Gerard Butler in it?
It does.
Okay, I'm good.
It's kind of interesting. This would be our Dracula would be our 6th movie in this, right? Or
Seventh? I think it's our
And we
seventh.
haven't done a 2000 yet. I mean, come on.
Godzilla 2000?
That came out in 2001, I believe.
That's just
Or
stupid.
1999. Let me look that up. I know I was annoyed because that was the first movie I was going to suggest
What?
to you.
What came out?
Godzilla 2000.
Yeah, this is our 6th one.
I looked up Godzilla 200.
I'm impressed we've done 6.
Godzilla 2000 came out in 1999.
That could be one of the dumbest things.
Let me
I've
look at
ever
the
heard.
Wikipedia though, because maybe it came out in 2000 here, and we could do a Good Girl Interrupted of it.
No, we're doing Dracula
Godzilla 2000 was released in North America on August 18th, 2000.
It's just going to be you doing the podcast. You'll be sitting there going, "Rah!"
Why could I actually see him doing that?
I would totally do that. So we have to do that now.
Nah, well, maybe. We'll put it on the back burner.
Godzilla.
Back burner.
I
okay.
hate Godzilla's.
I hate Godzilla. I hate good movies about big lizards. Big lizards
Good movies?
Yeah, there's no good
big
movie.
What are
lizards
you
make my
talking about?
stomach crawl.
They even had good actors in the newer one, and that was still not
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, none of them have been that great.
So-
Omar Epps is in it. Gerard Butler's in
Omar
it.
Epps is also in Shooter, Taylor.
I don't know who that is.
He's the guy in the opening of Scream 2 that gets not a penis, a knife in his ear.
Gotcha.
I always get that
Oh,
mixed
he's
up
in
with
Scream too? I was thinking he was in Scary Movie.
You know,
but-
going back to the
Nathan
movie,
Fillion's in it.
Is he really?
Yeah. I think that's it for the people that
I was
know.
really surprised in this movie when I saw T. Diggs, and I was like, how do I know that guy? Why do I know his name? And then I looked it up, and he's in Set It Up on Netflix, which is
Is that like a girl bank robbing movie?
no, it's a romantic comedy.
Oh,
What's
that's
funny
Set
is
It Off.
She was asking me, and I was like, "He's only been in shitty things." And we're in the opening of this, so we weren't sure about this, but so it still proves he's only in
He's
shitty
in
things.
Stoa Got Her Groove Back. I think he gives Stoa her groove back.
So it's the shitty thing stuff. But she looked up. She's like,
It's
"In
one
this,"
of the
and I was
worst
like,
romantic
"Oh yeah, no,
comedies
he's in a
I've
shitty
seen.
movie." And then
Stella?
No, the Set It Up that
Ah.
he's in.
yeah,
And I was like, oh, okay.
yeah. But so next is Dracula 2000. Got Gerard Butler and Omar Epps and Nathan Fillion. That's all the people we know, I think, in it.
Mm.
But I'm excited to watch that.
It'll be interesting.
I've never seen a Dracula movie. I've only seen the Netflix.
I kind
show.
of like how we're doing this. We're like, on Sundays we watch Westworld. On Mondays we do a podcast, and then on Tuesday I watch a movie and get ready for this podcast.
Yeah. So far, the Westworld's been more interesting than this
Easy
was.
for you to say.
Excuse me?
I do have
You like
questions.
to ass fuck?
I wrote down 2 questions about this movie. You guys never write down questions.
It's really hard for me to even
My
have
question is, why'd they make it?
I think they gave him money
guess
and they were like, here, make a movie.
You want my only question for the movie is?
You like to ass fuck?
Wow. My question was, is that Ryan Felipe's real voice?
No, he's definitely putting on a little.
Oh,
a
yeah,
little
there was-
schwa.
Like, play his quote again?
He's gonna fuck you!
Shut that cunt's mouth or I'll come over there and fuck start her head.
Like he put a little bit
The
of an.
fork starter head part.
He was talking a little bit
Yeah.
like Ben Affleck in that. He put a little. He was watching like.
There's a lot of things where he talks. I'm like, is that his real voice? I don't know. It's weird.
I'll look up him and Cruel Intentions to
It
show.
feels like it's almost his voice. Like half of
Yeah.
that sounded, but like that
he
part.
just.
Like,
he,
I
he
was
does- he
actually-
has a little bit of like a Boston accent.
I was
Yeah.
like kind of trying to be funny, but then the fact that you guys think that too, that scares me.
How do you spell Felipe? Is it PH?
Phill.
Yeah, Ryan Felipe.
And then I also wrote down, did the wife have the longest fingers of all time?
So here we go. This is.
What the fuck? Oh yeah, that's not his voice.
This music
then.
is playing in every room of the house?
It's not, just yours.
Oh yeah, it's completely different.
Yeah.
I thought you'd be pleased.
Is this when he's married to Reese Witherspoon?
Yeah.
Say that you love me.
All right, settle down.
So, what do you...
Sorry. All right. Well, is that it? The podcast
That's all.
on the.
That's all, folks.
Hey, Elvira, I got something you can suck the blood out of.
I don't like that guy's accent.
Hey, Elvira, I got something you can suck the blood out of.
I feel like that comes very natural to you.
I'll have to come up with one after Dracula 2000. It's not going to be Godzilla. I can tell you that right now. Is that you crying because it's not on there?
Why not? Because we could talk about Godzilla, then you could...
Fuck his brains out.
Oh my god.
Okay, it's time to wrap it up because you're getting finger touched.
Asshole.
Alright, well, thanks for watching, everybody. Please like, subscribe. I'm sorry you guys had to watch this movie, because it was not that...
This is not our theme music, by the way.
What do you mean?
Now
He
you've
really does make it the theme.
This is the only button I got. I mean, like, fine, I'll do this.
No, I mean...
Is that better? Ba-da-ba-ba.
A little bit.
Really?
No, I don't know. They
Christ.
both suck.
But yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. Please like, subscribe. Next week, we're watching Dracula 2000, starring the world famous Gerard Butler.
I can't believe he's in that. Apparently, that's
He's in a lot of shitty movies too.
he's in a lot of good
Hey,
movies.
Hey,
What's his best movie?
that one.
P.S. I love you.
Gamer.
I do want to watch Gamer again.
Gamer's actually
No.
surprisingly kind of entertaining.
What
To
the
be
fuck is
honest.
wrong with both of you?
Gamer's kind of entertaining.
His best movie.
That's the one with that Logan Lerman's in, right?
That Logan Lerman's in, right?
His best
I
movie
think so.
I think so.
is
More
Rock
reason
and
I-
Rolla.
I always forget he's in that
Oh.
too.
Him and Tom Hardy.
No, P.S. I
They
love
have-
you.
They have to dance
I love you
together.
too. You don't have to be, like PS at the end. I get you. I get it, Taylor. I love you.
He dances with Tom Hardy in Rock and Rolla.
He dances in P.S. I love you.
Not with Tom Hardy.
I mean,
I
he-
don't know the name of the girl, so.
That camera turned off at some point. I don't know when that happened. I just looked over and I was like, "Is that still recording?" Nope, that's completely off. Cool. All right. Well,
I don't know if you ever turned it on.
no, I did. I hit record.
Mm.
Taylor even looked at it for me.
Did you?
It stopped. I was in the chair.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you guys next week for Dracula 2000.